You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports 2. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, like, comment, let us know what you think about this subject. And Andy Reid, of course, the now two-time Super Bowl winning coach, a future Hall of Fame coach. Man, now that you look at his career as a whole, Andy Reid's a pretty badass, legendary coach. And, of course, he finally got that one quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, that put him over the top. And without a doubt, Andy Reid is one of those quarterback gurus. You can look no further than like what he continued with Alex Smith. Once he got Alex Smith from the 49ers, Jim Harbaugh started the re-escalation, the rejuvenation of Alex's career. I'm a 49ers fan, so I followed that close, and there were some bad years there. But I followed it close. Harbaugh kind of rejuvenated it, and then Andy Reid took it to the next level for Alex Smith, and he became a very professional, competent NFL quarterback. So a lot of people are really skeptical about some of the changes that the NFL has made, and most recently they made yet another change, and Andy Reid has come out and just flat slammed it. The fact is, the NFL is doing a lot of things that has a lot of people really nervous about the direction of the NFL from a playing standpoint. What I mean by that is the actual product that goes on the field. Okay, I grew up in a time where, you know, teams like the Chicago Bears in '85 would knock your damn head off your torso, and your head would be laying on the ground, and you would do one of those quick blinks, and then that would be all that you would remember, right? It's Steve Mongo McMichaels, Mike Singletary, you know, all of those guys on those teams, and a lot of great defenses over the years. Even more recently, the Baltimore Ravens back in the Trent Dilfer Super Bowl days, and defenses even like Rex Ryan's great defenses with the New York Jets, which we don't talk about a lot, right? So there's been a lot of things. There's been roughing the passer, which now is utterly ridiculous. It's embarrassing sometimes when they flag these defensive players for what a lot of people are now deeming nothing the passer, right? I mean, they get nailed, they get brushed, whatever, and flags are going up. It's altering football games, all right? Or the fact that, I mean, in a lot of ways, a lot of receivers are allowed to run just wide-ass open. It's not like back in the day, 20 years ago, you went across the middle, you got your head knocked off. And you didn't see a lot of that middle-of-the-field play. And, man, the receivers that could catch those balls, tough sons of bitches. Enter in Andy Reid, who has made a proclamation that I completely understand. The NFL is running the risk of eventually becoming flag football. And he just come right out and said it after this kickoff rule change. So let's take a look at this. I mean, no doubt Andy Reid is very old school, and I like that, frankly. Football has changed so much. I really miss a little less offense, a little more defense, and those kind of games, to a lot of us that are older, are just more entertaining games than 42-35, you know? It's crazy. Sometimes it's just ridiculous when there's, like, not a punt in a game, right? Fox News, the NFL's newest change to kickoffs is not setting well with future Hall of Fame head coach Andy Reid. Reid, who has led the Kansas City Chiefs to 2 Super Bowl wins in the last 4 seasons, is a fan of special teams. Special teams can help you win Super Bowls. While he is all about player safety, he sees this rule, which will allow teams to fair catch kickoffs and safety kicks and spot them at the 25-yard line, as a pathway to, quote, flag football. My thing is, where does this stop, right? Question mark. He told this to NFL, the actual network, NFL Network, that is owned by the league. We start taking pieces, and we'll see how this goes. But you don't want to take too many pieces away, or you'll be playing flag football. And this is coming from an offensive coach, an offensive guru, an offensive-minded coach who wants to put up points. Wow. Player safety has been the utmost importance for the league. Kickoffs have long been a topic of conversation because of the propensity to see someone injured when the whistle blows at the end of them. Yes, I mean, absolutely. Kickoffs have always been dangerous. Football is supposed to carry a small smidgen of danger. That just is what it is. Quote, "We cannot stand by and do nothing," Jeff Miller, the NFL's Executive Vice President of Communications, Public Affairs, and Policy, told Yahoo Sports. Sitting still and continuing to do nothing was unacceptable. And I think that's where the membership came down on this. Look, I'm going to tell you where it came down. It came down on the fact that they don't want any more CTE lawsuits. We all remember, that big one when CTE blew up and became all over the place. They even made a motion picture about it. And the NFL got very concerned because, oh my God, some parents are not going to let their kids play football. Okay, don't worry. I mean, we're turning them out down here in the South. I promise. The SEC and the Big Ten will always keep the NFL in business as far as talent goes. The league found that kickoffs produced the highest rate of concussions in the league. So on a trial basis for the season, the NFL will see how this rule, which essentially makes kickoffs useless unless the returner truly wants to test his luck at running one back, can curb the concussion rate. There you go. Reid's status as one of the most respected head coaches and overall football minds in the game certainly carries weight. However, the game has also evolved since he broke in as a coach, including updated measures to protect the quarterback, getting rid of crackback blocks, and so many other rules that have made the game safer. Then again, Reid is pointing out a line that he hopes is not crossed where the physical nature of the NFL is eradicated, which is where some believe the game is eventually headed. I think the NFL will look wildly different in 30 years. For now, Reid will have to adhere to this new rule and the others that may come down the line. Yeah, I mean, I think as so many of us are football fans, and look, I'm a big college football guy too, and there shouldn't be weeks where the SEC looks more physical than the NFL, and it happens quite a bit now. It does. The SEC already, a lot of these teams, Georgia and Alabama, already have, LSU have pseudo NFL teams anyway. I mean, full of NFL talent everywhere. But, I watch the Big Ten a lot. I watch the SEC a lot. That's a physical brand of football. Penn State, Michigan, Penn State, Notre Dame. It's just, Alabama, Georgia, LSU. They're knocking damn heads off out there. And frankly, some weeks, it can be more entertaining than a lot of NFL games, and I never used to feel that way. But the league has skewed its rules in a direction towards offense so much that there are times it doesn't look like the same game, even now. Even right now. And look, the other component to this is betting, which could end up biting the NFL in the ass, gambling, betting. And, of course, the NFL, and part of the meteoric rise on television and these revenue contracts and the meteoric rise separation from the NFL and Major League Baseball, which used to be America's pastime, and the once very successful NBA, was the advent and the rise of fantasy football. Offense, offense, offense. At some point, it's going to go the other direction. It's going to go the other direction. There was a time when nobody would have ever dreamed, when I was growing up, that Major League Baseball wasn't going to be the sport. Oh, no way. Major League Baseball, that's the national pastime. That's America's pastime, America's game. Well, we've seen how that turned out. It's no longer a national game, are America's game. It's a regional game now. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.